Hi, Jets. Welcome to day 3. Wanted to go through this with you just to make sure you don't have any questions or you know what to expect. So, you're getting ready to read Beck's Falcon and the Mystery of the Missing Muffins, chapters 1 through 4. And I love a good mystery. I hope you do too. There are certain things about, actually, they're features that you will always find in a mystery genre. And if you read right around the word mystery, this is a word web and it gives you a bunch of information about what you will find within a mystery book. So I hope you enjoy reading about that. I love suspense. Let's look at the next page. You've got some questions here. What is the meaning of the word suspects on page 6? Okay, you're going to use context clues to help you understand the meaning of this word. Okay, context clues means we're just reading the words around the word suspect to see if we can figure out a logical um, definition for suspects. On pages 12 through 13, how do the events on these pages add to the mystery of the missing muffins? So I think they must add some suspense. That's when you are anticipating something to happen. And then if you'll look at page 21, this helps explain the actual mystery that needs to be solved. So I hope you'll write that down. And then on page 22, you learn about Solo and his relationship with Bex and Zoe. Um, I would like to know what you figure out about this relationship, and you will need to use traits about the characters with a little bit of evidence from the text supporting why you think that about Bex and Zoe, and actually even who Solo is. Okay, I think that takes care of that. Um, Okay, so then your written response, you need to pick out, okay, so they want you to do it about all the characters, about what the characters were like in the story. Okay, so again, you're going to want to um, identify those characters and then start thinking about. Actually, I would reread the text and annotate the verbs. So, actually, the actions of the characters. And then once you have those actions, then you can start thinking about why do they act that way? And then you can figure out what kind of person they actually are. If you remember back to, um, let's see which one. I would say King Midas. If you remember back to King Midas, his actions, one of them was to make that wish. So we supported that our opinion was he was kind of foolish. And we supported that because there was evidence in the text indicating that he really would speak before he thought, right? So just make sure when you use that evidence, you cite the page number and the paragraph where you found it. Okay. And that takes care of that. I do want to go back and show you the questions at the end of the book. I love the illustrations and how they support um, the text. just by doing a picture walk, you can kind of see who the characters are and how they feel. And you just find things that are interesting about the text and like, ooh, those look like chocolate chip cookies, but I know that they're not because look at the title. Right, missing muffins. So logically, we've got some muffins down here. Oh, look at that. Mm-hmm. Bex and Zoe, you can see they have a look of like, oh, surprise or astonishment. This one looks frustrated or flustered. That's one of our vocab words. Uh-oh, real detectives. Look at them down there snooping around. They look all fancy. Look at that. Just thinking. It would take a lot of thinking to solve a mystery, wouldn't it? It's a nice group of people. Okay, right here, this supports your assignment. And Bex and her family and friends are all unique characters. And that means that each character in this book is different. So choose your favorite character and what is the character like, and write a paragraph to describe the character. So I guess this is more, this is specific, and this is more of what I want you to do is use the chart like this one. You can draw it in your notebook on a clean sheet of paper and figure out which character is your favorite and what the character is like, and then write your paragraph. So it's basically the same thing that we've done in the past. We are talking about finding the verbs for what the character, does, or maybe even just says or thinks, and write the page number down that you found it, and then tell us what traits does that show about that character. Then you're going to write your opinion. So don't forget, in an opinion paragraph, you always state your opinion right at the very beginning, short and sweet. Okay. I just wanted to make sure you had that. I absolutely love the story behind the author and the illustrator. So I hope you'll take time to listen to their background. It's very interesting, and they are very talented. Okay, takes care of that. And I just wanted to show you where you will actually find Bex. And if you go into, I'll assign it to you, but also if it wouldn't open that way, you can always go into your library, go to grade 3, unit 2, week 3, and it will pop up down here. Oops, it's this one. I also have assigned you this one, and I hope you're reading through that, having a great time um, figuring out those characters. I think you get to rewrite a character into that story. So don't forget to look, use those illustrations that they already have in there to help you understand the text. That's what those pictures are there for, to support the text. And I think that's it. Yep, that'll take care of that. Hopefully, you are going into Spelling City and doing some fun practice in there. You will see that there's a list in there called Foundations. That is not for you to be working on. You have your vocab words in here, and you have your compound spelling words in here for you to be practicing. It's fun to go in and play a game on those. Get back out here. And your vocab slides, hopefully you started working on those. And just make a copy there. And Mr. Sheet should have everything up for you for math. Your homework log's down here. You are not required to follow this homework log, but it does let you see what we're doing in class. Um, 20 minutes of reading every night is something that the students do, and I hope you are doing that also. And that's about it. This would guide you through what we do in our spelling pamphlet and what we're doing on our vocabulary each day. And that's all I've got for you. Okay, so if you have any questions, um, just send me a message. And oh, there was one more thing. I knew there was. Right here, understanding how important the words that we use to show our genius is very important. Um, it's sometimes it's difficult to express how important it is um, to use the correct words when you're speaking and especially when you're writing. The whole purpose is to either persuade, inform, or entertain the reader. And you need to use words that touch on all five senses. And I found a read aloud that I absolutely love. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Listen along and see if it helps you understand that the very first writing that we do, writing is a process. And so the very first one is, we just call it a rough draft, but we're learning the writing process. So I'm hoping that as you listen to this story, it makes you think about, oh, the first draft. It can confuse people if we aren't very specific in the words that we write. So have a good time listening to this read aloud. It's one of my favorites. Okay, Jets, have a great day number 3. And if you need anything, just send us a message. Bye.